Hey guys, this is Christy, and we are going to do a moderate to high intensity workout. Here's the deal. I am not there to keep my eyes on you, so listen to your body. If you feel like you are getting dizzy, or if you need to grab some water, or if there is a, ow, that hurts, you need to stop. I can't see what you're doing, so I can't see if I need to slow down. There is a pause button at the bottom of your screen. Push it. Take a break. If I'm not giving you enough time for a water break, push that pause button, and when you come back on, it'll be right where you stopped at. Guys, I want you to stay safe. That's our top priority in our workout. I absolutely want you to push yourself, but if at any time you think you're doing too much, slow down and self-modify. That's why you get to do this workout, and I get to take you up, down, off the floor, all around, because I know you're gonna listen to your body and not put yourself in a situation where you are gonna get hurt. So listen to your body. You're doing these exercises at your own risk because I can't see what you're doing. So listen to your body. All right, guys, I want you to keep some water nearby. Take water breaks even more often than I'm giving you. I want you to have fun with this workout. Push yourselves. Typically, I don't encourage you to, if you need a chair to do these workouts, this is not the right workout for you. But if you need a chair, please use it. Just listen to your body and have fun. Hey guys, this is one of my favorite warm-ups. I do this one on the floor. When I started the gym about 4.5 years ago, this is one that we did on a regular basis. I love the dynamic stretching that we get to do, and I love using the floor to give me that target of what I'm aiming for. So I just want you to go ahead and lay it all the way down, lengthen the spine, reach those fingers, reach those toes. I always get so tickled at my afternoon fighters whenever I get ready to coach them, because every time I walk in, they're laying on the floor. I think in hopes that I'll do this drill. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna start out with some big back strokes. So goal is trying to get those palms and those fingers to reach the floor at the same time. Now we do these dynamic stretches on cold muscles because it preps them for the work. So as opposed to just holding that stretch, that's typically a lot of injuries can occur if we hold those cold muscles still before we stretch them out and getting them warmed up. So go ahead and take both hands overhead. I want you to try and get those fingernails all the way on the ground. And I just want you to give me some snow angels. Now you can add the legs, but what I'm really trying to do here is warm up those shoulders. So those fingernails are just gonna drag the ground, trying to come all the way overhead. Usually they leave the ground when they get about shoulder height, so really try and keep them down on the ground. Sweep them all the way down. Your head should be all the way on the floor. If you can't get it on the floor, you're gonna wanna put a small pillow or a small towel rolled up underneath. But goal is trying to let gravity take its course and get that head all the way on the floor. Go ahead and take those hands down by the side. I want you to turn and look over your left shoulder. Nice big neck stretch. And then roll over, turning, look over the right shoulder. So we're just gonna go back and forth a few times. Trying to get that chin all the way over that shoulder. Trying to get that nose all the way to the floor. Good job. Go ahead and bring those knees into the chest. I'm gonna reach underneath my knees, grabbing my hamstrings, and then I want you to straighten all the way out. And knees in. If you wanna reach around the knees, you can grab the shins and then extend straight out. Just warming up that midsection, getting those hips loose and ready to work. One last time. Now this time I want you to keep that right leg in, extend that left leg all the way to the heel is on the ground. Give it a little hug for 1, 2, 3, and switch sides. 1, 2, 3, switch sides. Back and forth. Each time you bring it in, can you bring it in a little bit tighter? Last time. Good job. Go ahead and put both feet flat on the floor. Knees are up to the ceiling. Take those arms out into a T. I want you to drop those knees to the right, trying to get those knees all the way down to the ground. You're gonna feel that nice pull in that hip flexor, and then drop it to the other side. Feeling it up along the back and forth. Goal is trying to get that knee all the way down, both sides. Last time. Both feet flat on the floor, knees are up to the ceiling. I want you to give me some bridges. Squeeze in those glutes at the top. Come up, squeeze, and then right back down. So squeeze as you're lifting, push, and then right back down. Just warming up those hamstrings, those glutes. Couple more times. And the last time. Good job. I want you to take those hands down by your side. I want that right hand to reach up and over for that big power rock. Back and forth, reaching up and over. Reach out as far as you can. Turn off that alarm clock. Good job. Last time. Good job. I want you to take that left leg up to the ceiling, and I just want you to take that toe all the way across and then open wide. And all the way across. You can take those arms out to the side, giving it a target to aim for. That's why I love the floor, because you know if you're touching the floor, then you've got that full range of motion that I'm looking for. If you can't touch the floor, then we've got a little bit more work we need to be doing. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. So toe up and over. It's like a windshield wiper going back and forth. My daughter's son gives me a hard time about this one. If he's watching, this one's for you, DJ. So I'm talking about the back windshield wiper on the back of your window. Back and forth. Now we're gonna kick that leg open out to the side, and I want you to use momentum to roll yourself all the way over onto your belly. All right, so now we're on our belly, and I want you to come up onto your forearms. So I don't want you going straight up into that cobra pose. We're just on those forearms. We're gonna walk those elbows back, sitting back on those haunches. Now I want you to be a submarine, shooting through the water, bringing that belly button all the way to the floor. So we're gonna rock back and belly forward and rock back and rock forward. A couple more times. And a last time. All right, we're gonna bring those hands right underneath those shoulders, knees right underneath our hips. You've got two options for this one. We're gonna take our hand and we're gonna thread it all the way through. Try to get that shoulder all the way down on the floor, and then reach that hand up to the sky. That's option number one. I'm gonna turn this way so you can see me a little bit better. Other option is fingertips right behind those ears, elbow down, sweep high. So which one do you feel like you have more opening of that chest? I want you to listen to your body on that one. So you can reach through and open up. I actually feel it more when I bring those fingers behind my ears, bending that elbow, drop that elbow down, sweep high. Keep it going a couple more times. All right, we're gonna switch to the other side. So sweep all the way through on this first one, trying to get that shoulder all the way down to the ground. Sweep high. Now sweep through. Now on this one, test it. Is it better for those fingers behind the ears? Elbow bent and reach high. All right, let's go ahead and your choice, straight arm or elbow bent. Let's go ahead and go through that one a few more times. Nice job. Go ahead and bring those hands back to the floor. I want you to go ahead and roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Good job. We're gonna take those hands back on the floor, bend those elbows like you're gonna kiss the floor, and I want you to pop up nice and wide, opening those fingers out nice and wide, elbows bent. Pop up, open up that chest for posture. This one is fantastic for making sure you have enough strength. Get yourself off the floor. Give me 2 more. Now we're gonna add that power step into it. So pop up, step, pop up, and step. Three, 2, and 1. Good job, guys. Whichever foot you feel strongest with, I want you to step that foot forward. We're gonna tuck that back toe under. We're gonna drive up off the floor. Good job. Step it back. Switch to the other side. Switch feet. Tuck that back toe under. Drive that knee up and off the floor. Go ahead and open those hands wide. Come across. Open wide. Good job. Roll those shoulders. Roll those shoulders. One last time. Up, back, and down. Good job, guys. Grab you a quick drink of water. All right, guys, we are gonna do a total body workout in this next round. I'm gonna start it out on the floor. I need 1 weight, and I'm gonna use my can of beans for part of this workout. Use whatever equipment that you have, but we're gonna do some core work and some leg work. Feel free to, after you see what the exercises look like, if you need to pause it and go get heavier weights or another piece of equipment. I am gonna work for 40 seconds, and I'm gonna take a 20-second rest. So I'm gonna take this weight up in both hands, and I'm gonna alternate legs. Now notice that my head stays on the floor. I've got my belly button into my spine. I'm gonna work for 40 seconds and take a 20-second rest. But if you wanna keep going, you can actually keep working in that rest. That's gonna give you a 10 solid minute round with no rest in between. But if you need to work Tabata style, work for 40, rest for 20. All right, here's your 20-second rest if you need it. Otherwise, you can keep going. You could also work for 50 seconds and rest for 10. So when I say last 10, you're gonna rest, last 10. All right, we're gonna go ahead and come all the way up into what is called a Sumo Squat. I'm gonna grab my can, I'm gonna take those toes out, and I'm just gonna keep that chest lifted, and I'm gonna toss that can back and forth, back and forth. So you could grab a weight. I've tried this one before with toilet paper. It was too light. So up. Those legs start burning. Come up real quick and then go right back down if you can. Good job. Keep breathing. Can you get fancy with your can tossing? All right, this is your last 40 seconds. So if you need that 20-second rest, take it. Good job. All right, if you need that 10-second rest, take it. Otherwise, keep going all the way to that bell. You're almost there. I'm gonna step back into a lunge. Ready, here we go. Step back, tap, tap, kick. Step back, tap in, kick. Tap, tap, kick. Staying on the same side. Tap, tap, kick, tap, tap, kick. So we're loading up that front leg. Tap, tap, kick. I'm not gonna switch sides because I'm gonna get that other side on round 2. All right, that is the end of your 40 seconds. If you want that 20-second breather, take it. Otherwise, keep going. All right, that is your last 10. Keep going if you need it. I'm gonna go back into my sumo squat. Ready, here we go. I'm gonna alternate heel raises. So we are burning out those legs for 3 rounds. Chest is lifted, just taking that heel off the ground. So if I need to, I come up a little less, but the deeper that squat, as long as that chest is up, bringing that heel off the ground. Good job. Like I said, if you need to, step out of it and then come right back down. Keep breathing. All right. Here's that 40 seconds. Good job. Shake those legs out if you need it. If you want to keep going, keep going. I'm going to go back down on the ground into a plank. So I'm going to hold a 40-second plank. If I want to challenge, I can take it up, or I can hold it even longer. Ready? Arms into a forearms, into the number 11s. Those hands are not together. Tucking those toes under, squeeze those glutes, squeeze those hamstrings, shoulders away from those ears, and lift. All right, good job, guys. Keep breathing. Tuck that belly button in. Keep those shoulders away from those ears. Those hands are not clasped together. Woo! Good job. How we doing out there? Keep those knees softly bent. Booties down. You've got 3 more seconds. And drop for that 20-second rest. We're gonna roll back over. If you're still hanging on that plank, feel free to keep hanging on to it. It's your choice. All right, I'm gonna grab my weight. Hands extended overhead, legs are all the way out. Belly button into the spine, spine into the floor. Ready, here we go. Alternating leg lifts. Head flat on the floor. Bringing those knees up, trying to touch your shin with your weight. Alternating sides. Trying to get those hands all the way back down to the floor. Keep breathing. All right, that was the end of your 40 seconds, so you can stop at any time, or you can work all the way up to the next exercise. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself ready for that next exercise. It's a standard sumo squat using my canned good. Chest is lifted, feet are out, toes are pointed out, alternating tosses. Good job. So I'm gonna be here for 40 seconds at least. If I need to, I come up and then go right back down. Toes are out, legs are wide, chest is up. Woo, don't drop that can. Man, I can't wait till we get back to the gym and have sandbells, right? This is so much more fun with a 10-pound sandbag. 3, 2. All right, if you want to rest, take it up. If you want to keep going, you can work all the way to the bell. I'm going to get myself set for that next exercise. It's that lunge, tap, kick. All right, so last time my left leg was forward, so this time my right leg is going to be forward. I'm going to go back into that lunge. Tap, tap, kick. Tap, tap, kick. Here we go, we're on the clock. Kick. So my front knee is behind that ankle. I'm not leaning up over those toes. I'm stepping back, bending that back knee down, bringing it a little closer. Kicking through. Tap, tap, kick, tap, tap, kick. That was the end of my 40 seconds. Stop at any time. All right, guys, we have about 3 more seconds on that one. We're gonna go back into that sumo squat. We're gonna take those toes out nice and wide. Chest stays lifted. Assume the position. Bring those heels up off the ground. All right, keep breathing on this one. Anytime you need to reset, you stand up, shake them out a little bit, and then right back down. My toes start scrunching down into my shoes, so I kind of have to reset to get my feet back in the right place. Down, heels up, booty's talking. Good job, keep breathing, guys. We're gonna go back down to the floor on the next one. Shoulders up, away from those ears. 3, 2, and done. If you want to hang tight a little bit longer, you've got 20 more seconds to that next exercise. We're gonna go down into that plank. We're gonna do plank taps this time. If you want to just hold a plank, feel free to do so. So I'm down on all fours, tucking those toes under, hands under the wrist, up. Now feel free to stay here, or I'm gonna nice and slow take one hand off the floor and tap the other shoulder. Nice and controlled, don't let those hips rock. Place that hand right back down under the shoulder. Nice and controlled. If you need to, you drop down to those knees, because I don't want those hips rocking. 3, 2. All right, guys, either rest or you've got 20 more seconds if you're going for that solid 10 minutes of work. Your choice, your workout. Water break is coming. And done, guys. Push back into child's pose. Reach those fingers out nice and long. Woo! Good job, guys. Grab you a quick drink of water. All right, guys, we're gonna go into a boxing Tabata workout here. We're gonna go through 5 rounds of 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. So I'm gonna work with weights today. If you wanna push pause and get your gloves on real quick, just push pause. You can join us right back as soon as you get those gloves on. We're gonna go for 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. So whatever my dominant hand is, I am right-handed. I'm gonna step back with that right foot. So my lead hand becomes my 1 punch, my stronger side becomes my 2 punch. I'm gonna aim with those first 2 knuckles of 1, 2, 1, 2. So for 40 seconds, we're gonna throw jabs and crosses. We're gonna go quick, powerful punches, extend, bring it right back up, elbows in. We're on the clock, ready, here we go. So guys, this is about technique. So you're driving with those first 2 hands, you're extending that arm all the way out, bringing those elbows in right back by your side. Now notice I'm not telling you to take the apple off the tree and bring that glove back to that mouth, because I do not want you hitting yourself with these weights. Now I want you to get those legs involved. So give me that full twist. We're here for 20 more seconds, so let's work on that technique. Heels should not be glued to the floor. They should be coming off the floor. We've got 3, 2, 1, and rest. Staying in that fighter stance. I want you to come back forward. Now I want you to step back with the other foot. So now if you were in orthodox, you're in southpaw. We're gonna work on those 1s and 2s again. Shoulders are away from those ears. Assume the position. Gloves up, weights up. Ready, here we go. 1s and 2s, 1s and 2s. Jab, cross, heels are not stuck to the floor. Those feet should be coming off the floor with every single punch. We're only here for 40 seconds. Keep breathing. I love this Tabata workout because it gives me 40 seconds of high intensity interval training and then gives me 20 seconds to recover. That is so good. That's that forced intense exercise that we talk about so often in the Parkinson's community. And rest. All right, back to center. Step back with your dominant side. Now we're gonna go hooks. We can go hooks, knuckles up. We can go hooks, knuckles out. I want those hips involved. You should be power twisting when you throw your hooks. Your heels should come off the floor like you're swishing a bug. All right, so elbows up at shoulder height, you're on the clock. Power hooks. So notice how my heels are coming off the ground. I can't see you. Are your heels coming off the ground? Are your elbows at shoulder height? That's what I want. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Rotate, twist. Work all the way through the body, not just the shoulders and the arms throwing these punches. Bring those elbows down by your side after each punch. 3, 2, and rest. Back to center. Step back with the opposite side. So either moving into southpaw or moving into orthodox if you're left-handed. Shoulders up, back, and down. Knees are soft and bent. Letting that heart rate come down a little bit. Hands up. Ready, here we go. 3s, 4s. 3s and 4s. So jab cross is your 1, 2. Hooks are your 3s and 4s. Heels should be coming off the ground. Rotating through those hips. Use that whole body for those hooks. Good job. So if you were at a bag, you'd be striking the outside of the bag on this one. That's your hook. Good job. You can go at their face or you can go at their body on those hooks. Today, because we're working strength here and endurance, we're getting those elbows at shoulder height. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Come back to center. Stepping back with that dominant foot. For me, it's my right foot. Next, we're going to go 5s and 6s. Shake those hands out a little bit. They've been gripping those weights. All right, 5s and 6s. Knuckles are going out. Elbows are staying bent. Elbows are coming in nice and tight. Ready, here we go. So we're aiming for our chin. Not literally, but that's where we're going to stop at. Our knuckles are facing out. Our elbows stay bent. Our power comes from our legs. So our knees are softly bent. We're not swinging those arms, okay? We're not using the deltoids on this one. We are using our legs. 5s and 6s. Jab cross is your 1, 2. Hooks is your 3, 4. Jab crosses is your 5, 6. That's all gonna make sense when we get ready to throw those combinations here in a few minutes. Ready and rest. Switch stance, left foot's back. If you're right-handed, right foot's back. If you're left-handed, shoulders up, back, and down. Shake those fingers out a little bit. Good job. Man, it's gonna be so much fun when you hit that real equipment and you're not having to use weights anymore, isn't it? Elbows are bent, ready, knuckles up. Here we go. Feet come off the ground, all right? Make sure those heels are not glued to the ground. 5s and 6s. Elbows are bent. Elbows out, elbows in. Okay, do not let those arms swing. That is not a punch. I don't know what that is, but it's not a punch you're gonna see at my gym. At least not intentionally. All right, so getting that rotation in. 10 more seconds. Your favorite part's coming. All right, in 3, 2, and done. Nice job. All right, guys, I'm gonna put my weights down. Feel free to hang on to them. I'm gonna call you out some combinations. We got 4 more rounds. This is fighters combos. So I'm gonna call you a combination of those 6 punches. Fighter's choice if you're orthodox or south, or feel free to go back and forth, back and forth. We're gonna go 4 rounds. Ready, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. 3, 4, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 2. 5, 6, 1, 2. 2, 1, 3, 4. 2, 1, 4, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 2, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 5, 6, 4, 3. 5, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 5, 6. 6, 6. Rest. Good job, guys. 20 seconds of breathers. How are we feeling? Shake those arms out a little bit. Shake those hands out. Like I said, when you grip those weights real hard for a real long time, our hands start hurting. Don't worry, we're going to stretch them out here in a few minutes. Ready? Here we go. 2, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 1, 2. 5, 2, 1. 1, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2. 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, duck 2. 1, 2, duck 2. 1, 2, duck 6. 6, 1, 2. 5, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2. Rest. All right, so right now I'm in orthodox stance. If you want to go ahead and switch, challenge the brain. A mental cognitive challenge is what we're working on for this one. I'm going to take whatever my lead foot is forward and step back with my weaker side. Ready? Here we go. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 4, 1. 5, 6. 6, 1, 2. 5, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2. 6, 1. 4, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. 1, 2. Rest. All right, guys, 20 more seconds. Once again, you can be in that southpaw position for a brain challenge, or orthodox position if you're left-handed, or go back to fighter's choice. You have 40 seconds of work before you're going to get that quick water break. You've got this, guys. You can do anything for 40 seconds. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Aw. 2, 2, 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 1, 2. 6, 1, 2. 1, 2, duck 6. 4, 3, 4, 1. 4, 3, 4, 1. 1, 5. 5, 2, 1. 5, 2, 1. 5, 2, 1. 1. 1. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, big 2. 1, 2, big 2. Done. All right, guys, put those weights down or take those gloves off. Go ahead and open those hands nice and wide. Scrunch them up nice and tight. Good. Rotate those wrists. One direction, opposite direction. Flick. Good. You can go ahead and take those hands back and forth. Grab a quick drink of water, guys, before we move on. All right, guys, so I have a total body weight workout right now that we are going to do. I've got a light weight here, like 2 to 8 pounds is probably going to be the right amount of weight for you. I'm going to use a chair for a modified burpee. Feel free to take it into a full-on burpee if you want to, but I'm going to show you that modification using your couch or your chair. We're actually going to start out with those burpees, and then we're going to move into the next round of exercises. So I'm going to take my hands on my chair. I'm going to take my hands out, out, up, up. I can take it into a jump. I can take it into a push-up. Or I can take it all the way to the floor into a burpee, your choice. So guys, this round, 40 seconds of burpees. Keep going. I'm gonna give you 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. If you don't need that rest, you keep going all the way to the end of this workout. But it'll give you a 10 solid minute cardio burst. There is the end of your 40 seconds. Feel free to keep going if you need it, or rest at any time. All right, the next exercise, we're gonna do single leg deadlifts. I can do it with my weight, or I can do it with my chair. I'm just gonna take one leg out, bring it right back in, then the other leg out, bring it back in. That is one modification. The other way is I'm gonna grab my weight, I'm gonna extend one leg all the way back. I'm gonna use that hand like a pendulum. Shoulders are up, back, and down. Nice flat back, staying on the same leg. So right now I'm taking that right leg back, that left foot stays on the floor. As before, I'm gonna work for anywhere between 40 seconds and 1 minute. There was that 40-second bell. Keep going if you want, or rest and recover. Your choice. Woo! All right, next exercise. Feet are out nice and wide. Toes are slightly turned out. I'm gonna shift my weight into my right foot, come up. I'm gonna shift my weight into my left foot. I'm using my weight so that I have a target to touch for the ground. So notice that my knee is coming up over my ankle, alternating that weight back and forth. My shoulders are up, back, and down. I'm not drooping my shoulders forward. I can always take one hand on that opposite hip to support myself for stability, shifting those weights side to side into those lunges. That was the end of my 40 seconds. Stop at any time you need to. We'll get ready to transition to the next exercise. I'm gonna hang on to this weight, bringing those feet in. I'm gonna do weighted jumping jacks. So weight in both hands, push, up, and down. Now, absolutely, I can take that jump out by stepping side to side, alternating steps. But if I wanna get that heart rate up, I can take both feet out at the same time into a real jack. So just a weighted jack, taking those hands out. Do I need to take my arms out? Absolutely. Can I take my hands straight out in front of me? Absolutely. Your workout. Keep breathing. We got one more after this one. And it's a plank. Good job. That's the end of the 40 seconds. Keep going if you want, or join me on the floor. Good job, guys. You've got 10 seconds. All right, guys, I'm gonna set myself up for the next exercise into a plank on my knees, picking those knees up off the floor if I want a little extra challenge, and I'm just gonna tap the chair, starting at the middle, moving up the top of the chair, reaching up and over. Tap, just walking that hand up this chair, going back and forth, back and forth. Now, if you could reach all the way, if your chair is tall, absolutely go even taller. Remember, if you want a little bit more, take those knees off the ground. Try not to let your weight shift too much, side to side. Try and stay center. Good job. That was the end of the 40 seconds. If you need that rest, take it. Otherwise, keep going all the way up to the next exercise. Good job. You've got about 3 more seconds to get yourself set for the next one. We're gonna take it back from the top into those burpees. Ready, here we go. So burpee out, reach high. Burpee with a push-up. Your choice. No chair, all the way to the floor. Your choice. This one is about getting that heart rate up Guys, I don't want that belly to droop down. Give me a nice soft back without letting that belly drop down, okay? We're not trying to let those hips drop. Keep it going. All right, that's the end of your 40 seconds, so you can rest at any time. Keep going if you need it. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself set for the next exercise because it needs a weight involved. Shoulders up, back, and down. This time, we're standing on the right foot. Left leg is going back. Chest is lifted up, back, and down. Kick that left leg straight back behind you, or grab a hold of that weight. Tip, allowing that left leg to go back, and then right back up. Fantastic exercise for the glutes and the hamstring, working on some ankle stability at the same time. Keep breathing, guys. Woo! You feel yourself falling over, that's okay. That was the end of the 40 seconds. If you need to rest, take it. We're gonna go back into that weight shifted lunge, working side to side. You've got about 7 more seconds. Let's go ahead and take those feet nice and wide. We're gonna bend one leg, keeping the other leg out straight, come up nice and tall, shifting that weight side to side. That weight is giving us a target to aim for those toes. Chest stays lifted. I'm shifting my weight into my hips. Back and forth, back and forth. Keeping one leg straight at this whole time. Feel free to use that other hand for support. I'm fine with that. If you cannot go all the way to the floor, maybe just the knee, that's fine too. Keep going. All right, that was the end of 40 seconds. Rest if you need it. Good job. All right, we're gonna go back into those weighted jacks. So if you wanna start getting ready for that, heart rate should come up for it. Multiple modifications. 3, 2, 1. Step it out. Give me jacks. Push those hands out. Your workout, guys, come on. Water break's coming in about 1.5 minutes. You've got this. Overhead if you can. Let that heart rate come up, guys. It's okay. It can come up for a few more seconds, but listen to your body. If you're getting dizzy or if you need to stop, take it. You've got this. Modifications, bringing that heart rate up. All right, that's the end of your 40 seconds. Stop at any time now, or keep going. All right, last one. We're gonna go back to the floor. Now this time, I'm gonna reach opposite side. So I'm in that high plank, knees off the ground if I wanna challenge. Reach to the other side of the chair. So reach across, down, middle, high, down, middle, high. Knees off the floor if you can take it. If you need to drop to those knees, a little bit softer than that, but feel free to do that. We're just working on that power reach from a bear crawl if you've got it. Come on, you got 3 seconds left. All right, that was 40. Rest anytime you need it. Otherwise, keep going all the way to the bell. Woo! Keep it up, keep breathing. Try not to let those hips rock. And done. Push back in that child's pose. Oh yeah, walk those fingers out far away from those ears. Sitting back on those ankles. Guys, I don't know about you, but I need a drink of water. Well deserved, guys. Good job. Great job on that workout, guys. If you're not already on the floor, go ahead and join me now. We're just gonna lay it all the way out for a great stretch. Just letting that body recover for a little bit. I want you to just go ahead and take those hands all the way overhead. Reach those fingers nice and long. Point those toes, just resetting that spine. Big deep breath in. Letting that heart rate come down just a little bit. Goal is trying to get those fingers all the way on the floor. Absolutely want that head flat on the floor. If you need to put a neck pillow underneath your head or a little something under your head, that's fine. But goal is trying to get rid of that as soon as you can, because we want to work on that posture, letting gravity just pull its course. Go ahead and draw those knees into the spine. Now, I like to reach under my knees if I have knee issues, grabbing a hold of those hamstrings. If you want, you can rock side to side just a little bit. If you need a little deeper stretch and you don't have knee issues, you can reach around those knees, grabbing a hold of those shins. I want you to keep that right leg in and extend that left leg all the way flat on the floor so that left thigh is on the floor. Hanging on to that right knee or reaching under and grabbing that right hamstring. Just give me some circles with that right ankle. Go one direction and then the opposite direction. So now think about that knee as more towards the center of my chest, right to the right side of my chest. I want you to open it up towards your right armpit. So a couple things you can do here is take that right hand and reach inside that right ankle, allowing that knee to open up a little bit farther. You're going to get into that adductor area just a little bit. Feel free to close your eyes here and just relax and enjoy these stretches. Breathe in for me several times. Now, left hand is going to grab that right knee, pulling it across the body. Goal is trying to get that right knee flat on the floor. I want you to keep that right arm on the floor, right shoulder on the floor. And if you want to deepen that stretch, you could turn and look to that right hand. So once again, we're trying to get that knee as close to the ground as we can, just hovering over the top just slightly if it needs to be. Keep breathing as it starts to soften up. So guys, if you need more stretching, I encourage you tomorrow to try out my longer, deeper, intensive stretch video. Just going to get a little more stretching than what we're going to be able to get into today, wrapping up this workout. Go ahead and straighten that right leg out. Let's shake those legs out just a little bit. Now I want you to bring that left knee in. I'm going to reach under my hamstring, or I can reach around and grab that knee. Give me some ankle circles, one direction, opposite direction. My right thigh is all the way extended onto the floor. Now I'm going to reach through and grab inside that left ankle, using my left elbow to open my left knee out to the side. My head is flat on the floor. I'm breathing in through the nose and exhaling nice and deep. Right hand's going to grab that left knee, pulling it across the body, trying to get that knee all the way to the floor. I'm going to keep my left shoulder flat on the floor, and if I want to deepen that stretch, I'm going to turn and look to that left hand. I'm going to come back to center, put both feet flat on the floor, knees are out, arms to the side. Dropping those knees to the right. Goal is trying to get those knees all the way down, side to side. Just releasing that back and forth a few times. Now I'm going to take those knees up to the ceiling. My feet are flat on the floor. I'm going to place my left ankle on top of my right knee, pushing that left knee away from my ears, just getting into that groin area just a little bit. Sorry, I didn't mean groin area. Glute area just a little bit deeper. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop that left foot over to the right side. Now, if you can, I want you to reach down and grab with your left hand, grabbing that right foot. Even deeper, right hand's going to grab that left knee and pull it down to the floor. Oh yeah. That one feels good. Good job. Go ahead and uncross, shake them out just a little bit. This time I'm going to place my right ankle on top of my left knee, pushing that right knee away from those ears. Just breathe, trying to soften up that glute muscle a little bit. Now I'm going to drop those knees to the left, so my right foot's going to come down to the floor. Right hand is going to grab that left foot. Left hand is going to grab my right knee and pull it down to the floor. Now, if this stretch is too deep, guys, because this is a tough one, let go of that foot. You can also just stack those knees on top of each other, those feet on top of each other, and keeping those legs over to the left side. But this stretch is going to just really stretch out that lower part of the body from the back down to those hips, to those glutes, down along those knees. Try and keep those shoulders away from your ears. Good job. Go ahead and uncross if you can. Both feet flat on the floor. Once again, just releasing that back side to side. All right, we're going to make our way over into that child's pose position. This is that one where I'm sitting down on my ankles. My knees are going to go out so that I can get down as low as I need to, reaching those hands out in front of me. Spread those fingers out nice and wide, pressing through the palms of your hands, pressing through the fingertips. Try and get that forehead all the way down to the floor. Keep breathing for me. I want you to take that left arm and we're just going to thread that needle under the right, using the floor to stretch out that left shoulder, trying to sink back down into the floor as deep as you can over those ankles once again. Good job. Go ahead and switch arms, threading that right arm through, trying to get that right shoulder all the way down to the floor. Go ahead and take both hands back out once again, sinking back to that child's pose. Couple big deep breaths here. So right now my hands are at 12 o'clock. I want to walk those hands over to about 10 and 11, pushing my weight down into my right hip. I'm going to feel that along the right rib cage all the way up into my armpit. Keep breathing as those muscles start to soften up. Back to center. Now take those hands over to 1 and 2 o'clock, pushing that weight down into that left hip. Back to center. Good job. Go ahead and come up onto all fours, so hands right underneath those shoulders, knees right underneath those hips. I want you to push those shoulder blades apart nice and wide, pushing that spine to the ceiling. Big deep breath in. And as you exhale, I just want you to slowly shift that weight down so that the head's coming. The last thing's going to come up as you exhale, looking straight out in front of you. Inhale back up. And exhale. Last time, inhale up. Chin's going to be the last thing that drops as you push those shoulder blades far apart as you can. And then exhale, shifting that weight down towards the floor. Head's going to come up. All right, hands are still nice and spread. Those fingers are spread out nice and wide. I want you to step that left foot forward, tucking that right toe under. I want you to drive that knee up off the floor. Now for some, this is as far as we're gonna get. I want you to push that heel down so you're getting a nice stretch along the back of that right leg. Right hand is gonna be flat on the floor. So pushing that palm down into the floor. I want you to twist that left hand up to the ceiling. The goal is trying to get those fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. So you have a nice big line from the middle finger of your left hand all the way to the palm on the floor. Opening up that chest. Good job. If you need to, you're going to drop down to that knee, because what I'm really concerned with right here is opening that chest muscles up. Nice big open chest for posture. Good job. We're going to bring that left hand back down. We're going to switch those feet, bringing that right foot forward. Hands are flat on the floor, tucking the left toe under, drive that knee up. Now, if you can, you're going to keep that left hand on the ground. Right hand's going to swing up towards the ceiling, taking a peek at those right fingers. If you need to, drop down to that knee. But if you can, try to push that left heel into the floor. Good job. Go ahead and bring those hands back down. We're going to swing those legs out in front of us. Push those thighs and calves down into the floor. I've got my toes flexed back towards me. I'm going to sit up nice and tall, rolling those shoulders away from those ears. And now I'm just going to walk those fingers out as close to those shins or as close to those toes as I can get it. But I've got my chin pointing out over my toes. My toes are pulled back. Feel this up the back of those legs. Keep breathing for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and roll those shoulders down. I'm going to walk those hands even farther. I can even grab a hold of my feet if I can, pushing those toes back towards my ears. Chin's going to drop down. Thighs and calves are flat on the floor. Good job. Coming back up nice and tall. I want you to keep that left foot straight out, and I'm going to bring my right foot right inside my left knee. Another thing I can do is I can take that foot over that knee. Sitting up nice and tall, left elbow is going to hug that right knee, and I'm going to turn and look over my right hip like I'm checking out what's happening in the back seat. Keep breathing as those muscles start to soften up a little bit. Good job. Go ahead and straighten that right leg out, left foot inside the right knee or over the top. Sitting up nice and tall, right elbow is going to hug that left knee. Turn and look over my left hip. Keep breathing. All right, guys, I'm just going to go ahead and bring those feet in, sitting up nice and tall, rolling those shoulders. Rolling those shoulders one last time, up, back, and down, taking those fingers, reaching straight out in front of you like I'm trying to grab a hold of your wrist, and you're going to sink back, trying to keep yourself from being pulled up. Reach up nice and tall. Rotate those wrists all the way down. Once again, shoulders up, back and down. Lock those shoulders in place. Guys, great job today. I hope you're feeling good and refreshed. I want you to bring it in on 3. We're going to take it out to fight back. 1, 2, 3, fight back. Guys, I'll see you next time.